with Smart Haul from Progressive. Learn more at progressivecommercial.com. Not available in all states or situations.
If you drive a big rig, you know that more time on the road means more money in your pocket. Shell Rotella, with advanced synthetic technology, is designed to help keep your rig running and save you money in the long run. Trade up to Shell Rotella and you'll get superior protection against engine wear. That means less time in the shop and more time on the road. It also means you'll get more chances to see North America's finest roadside attraction, cows, cornfields, cows in cornfields. It's lovely this time of year. Shell Rotella's advanced synthetic technology also offers extended drain intervals, helping your rig go farther between oil changes. So, less pit stops. Well, unless you need to restock on snacks, we really can't help you with that. But if you're looking to help your big rig engine live longer, look no further. Superior protection, less maintenance. That's what you can expect from the #1 heavy-duty engine oil in North America. Shell Rotella for the long haul. Explore the full lineup of Shell Rotella products at rotella.com/long haul. Eric Harley here from my friends at Valley Chrome Plating. Drivers, are you looking to outshine everyone rolling down the road? Head to Valley Chrome Plating, your one-stop shop for premium chrome bumpers and accessories. Their full line of industry-leading truck accessories are available for all makes and models. Valley Chrome has the highest quality parts, made with the highest standards, and made right here in the USA. Nothing shines like Valley Chrome. Family-owned and operated, Valley Chrome Plating has been putting the shine on America since 1961. Go to valleychrome.com today. valleychrome.com.
Red Eye Radio and our sponsors are devoted to trucking safety. That's why we are proud to bring you the Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club. We've been saluting drivers who have surpassed the million-mile mark with preventable accident-free driving. By reaching this milestone, you can be a part of an elite club of drivers who share remarkable safety records and demonstrate superior driving skills. If you or someone you know is a truck driver with 1,000,000 miles or more of driving under your belt without a preventable accident, register online at redeyeradioshow.com. That's redeyeradioshow.com. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club would not be possible without the generous support of the fine folks from Petro Stopping Centers, House Lubricator, Motel 6, the St. Christopher Fund, and Cat Scale. We applaud the individual truckers and fleets who drive with care and keep our highways safe. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club, devoted to trucking safety. Register online at redeyeradioshow.com.
You know, truck drivers play a critical role in our economy, hauling almost everything we buy. These men and women are the unsung heroes and the backbone of America. When our heroes need support, they turn to the St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund. The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is a 501c3 truck driver charity that steps in to cover necessity household items when an injury or illness takes a driver off the road. Learn more and donate today at truckersfund.org. That's truckersfund.org.
I'm Aaron Tippett. I've been blessed to be able to make a living at what I love, making music for more than 25 years. But it didn't get there overnight. There were a lot of long days and nights of working just to make ends meet. Good things in life don't always come easy, but when you sweat for what you want, it makes it even sweeter when you get it. So remember to work hard, and when the opportunities present themselves, you got to be ready to grab them. This message is brought to you by the United States Air Force.
Hi, I'm Kay Latika. Even with heart failure, my mother remains strong. Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
I got smart about mortgages. Now it's my house I go home to.
I got smart about credit cards. Now paper or plastic has a whole new meaning. When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org. Smartaboutmoney.org is a free online resource from the National Endowment for Financial Education. We're an independent nonprofit foundation dedicated to helping people just like you get sound information about money. Smartaboutmoney.org. It's the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's Tips for Kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. As a parent, it can be scary to hand car keys to your teenager. To help your teen stay safe, be a good role model and follow traffic laws yourself. Set rules for your teen, including wearing seatbelts, driving only during the day, and with limited distractions, including from your passengers. finally, make sure your team knows it is never okay to text and drive. For a sample driving agreement for teens, visit healthychildren.org.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
It's Red Eye Radio. He's Eric Carney, and I'm Gary McNamara, 86690 Red Eye. Be interesting to ask the NTSB chair who said that, everything that they investigated could have been prevented.
Mm.
What does that actually mean?
Yeah,
Because there's a cost-benefit analysis to everything that is done.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Sure.
and if you slow down, for example, automobile accidents, you could have a lot. I mean, every single automobile accident could be prevented.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody makes a mistake, or there's an equipment failure, or a tire is blown, and something was dropped on the street, and the tire was, if that thing wasn't on the street, then the tire would have blown.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly does that mean that every accident could be prevented?
And I think that's her point, is that there are a number of things that are involved in every accident. Top of the Hour News is brought to you by House Products. Visit houseproducts.com.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One. For a clean, comfortable room, more cozy than your cab, Motel 6 will leave the light on for all of our truckers on the road.
Eric and Gary for the best-selling Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. It uses proven oxy technology, quickly destroys odors. You'll love it. I love it. In fact, with over 265,000 already sold and countless five-star reviews, I know you're going to love yours. Gary, I know you love yours.
Oh yeah, it's a powerful thunderstorm, Eric, and it sends out O3 molecules which seek out and destroy odor. These molecules even go behind and under furniture. Nothing can hide from the thunderstorm. Best of all, no filters to buy over and over again, and it saves you money.
Right now, you can save $200 on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack with full foam protection. You get 3 units for under $200. Go to EdenPureDeals.com, put in our discount code REDEYE, and save $200. That's EdenPureDeals.com, discount code REDEYE. Shipping is free.
Tired of chasing the spot market and high fuel prices? Bring stability to your business with Mercer Transportation. They offer fuel discounts, fast pay after every load, plenty of freight with over 3,100 customers and over 500,000 loads per year. No company trucks to compete with, and discounts on tires, insurance, and other services. Pick your own loads or let their load coordinators help you find the right freight for your truck. Visit mercertown.com today for more details. That's mercertown.com.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to once again offer our diabetes prevention program. Driving Down Diabetes is a free CDC-approved diabetes prevention program. This year-long program begins January 9th, 2023.
I guess it's
with
all
live
the
webinars
same.
focusing on nutrition, movement, stress management, and sleep, while receiving encouragement and accountability. It's for those at risk for diabetes only, not for those who have already been diagnosed with diabetes. If you are an over-the-road truck driver with a valid Class A CDL and are wondering if you are at risk for diabetes, go to truckersfund.org and take the risk assessment located under the Health and Wellness tab. Driving Down Diabetes is made possible by Southern Recipe. If you have questions, email Julie at truckersfund.org. Don't let diabetes put the brakes on your career. Sign up today. Again, to sign up and get more info, go to truckersfund.org. Truckersfund.org.
If you depend on a truck to make a living, then American Trucker is for you. Every day, Trucker.com is packed with information you need to keep your truck running and the money rolling. From new products to the latest in regulations, American Trucker has what you need to know. American Trucker staff knows that
Yeah, I
you
forgot
are
the
running a
wrong
small
phone.
business. They work hard to bring you
Well,
news and information that
ain't the first time that ever happened.
Don't miss American Trucker's free newsletter. Go to trucker.com. That's trucker.com and sign up today. Sponsored by Fleet Owners.
News Radio 1440 WLWI AM, the home of Sean Hannity. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama. A Cumulus Media Station.
This
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Paul Gauguin Cruises.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky vows victory as his country marks 1 year since Russia's invasion.
It was a year of endurance, a year of compassion, a year of bravery, a year of pain, a year of hope, a year of perseverance, a year of unity, and we will do everything to win this year.
I'm Tammy McCormick.
The thing to do here is for Putin to pull the plug. That doesn't look like it's going to happen.
And even though the U.S. and its allies continue to send billions of dollars in security assistance to Ukraine, most analysts believe it may only help Ukraine achieve a long stalemate. Stephen Biddle of the Council on Foreign Relations.
The equipment per se is probably not going to make a decisive difference in the outcome of the war.
And the longer the war, the more costly it will become for Russia, Ukraine, and the NATO alliance. The Biden administration's announced new economic penalties against Russia. CBS's Linda Kenyon from Washington.
The White House calls them sweeping sanctions, which involve over 200 people and entities. In addition to the sanctions, the Biden administration has announced additional restrictions on exports to Russia, as well as higher tariffs on some Russian products that are imported into the U.S.
In London, Big Ben told and King Charles III condemned the war as an unprovoked full-scale attack. Alex Murdaugh is expected to face tough cross-examination a day after he took the stand at his double murder trial in Walterboro, South Carolina.
I would never intentionally do anything to hurt either one of them, ever.
He denied killing his wife and son to cover up alleged financial crimes, but admitted to lying about being at the crime scene. Parts of Southern California are under a blizzard warning. It's only the second on record in Los Angeles County. This woman took her mom's good advice.
My mother told me, get out and do all your errands early because Friday and Saturday, the weather is going to be terrible.
Higher elevations of the San Bernardino Mountains could get up to 5 feet of snow. The war in Ukraine may be raging, but it's not stopping Russia from rescuing an American astronaut.
Liftoff. A new ride back to Earth for Rubio, Prokopiev, and Patelin takes aim on the International Space Station.
Moscow has launched an unmanned rescue ship for 2 cosmonauts and NASA astronaut Frank Rubio. They were stranded after their Soyuz spacecraft sprang a leak while it was parked at the ISS in December. The empty replacement capsule is scheduled to arrive there Sunday. Dow futures off 177. This is CBS News.
CBS News is brought to you by Paul Gauguin Cruises. Artfully authentic, all-inclusive year-round cruising to Tahiti and the South Pacific. Visit pgcruises.com today.
I'm Martin Hope, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, but Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver." Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
British churches are recruiting more bell ringers ahead of King Charles' coronation in May.
Beginner bell ringers being shown below.
Stroke needs stretch and pull through.
The Central Council of Church Bell Ringers has launched an appeal called Ring for the King, hoping to have every church bell in Britain pealing when Charles III is crowned May 6th. This woman's grandfather was a bell ringer.
I think my grandfather would be extremely proud, and to be ringing for the coronation, he would be dead chuffed.
Dead chuffed, roughly translated as pleased as punch. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London. A popular HBO series is planning to wind down.
For good.
It'll be all over for Logan Roy after Succession's upcoming season 4. The creator tells The New Yorker he chose between continuing with a show that would be more rangy and freewheeling or going out strong. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Hat Trick and enjoy a family atmosphere. Located on the Aroostook Golf Course, you can always find the TV's turn to sporting events or play pool or darts. Hat Trick has live music, national dart tournaments, and even a car show. They serve breakfast every Saturday starting at 7 a.m. And don't forget whiskey and wings on Wednesdays. Their delicious wings are a fan favorite, but their burgers are also not to be missed. There's something for everyone at Hat Trick. Delicious food, affordable prices, and fun for the whole family. So for good food and good sports, head to Hat Trick in Montgomery, located on Dozier Road, right before you get to the Montgomery Wind Creek Casino. And we're offering you another sweet deal. Starting Friday the 10th, head to this radio station's website to score $50 in gift certificates for just $25. This deal is perfect for your sports and family fun, but it starts at 8 a.m. and offers are limited. So act fast. Friday, February 10th. Just visit the station's website and click Sweet Deals.
Don't miss Sean Hannity. Biden incoherently adheres live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by AC by Luquire. AC by Luquire, celebrating 40 years of comfort. We've proudly serviced the river region since 1983. Contact them for your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Visit acbyluquire.com for a list of services and offers today. That's acbyluquire.com. License number 84417.
Another mild start to our day. We're seeing some patchy fog, lots of clouds to start off our Friday. As we move through the day today, temperatures cooler in the north, warmer in the south. Generally speaking, we'll be in the 70s and 80s. Your weekend's looking like this: warm, 70s and 80s for highs, lows in the 60s. Rain chances, though, look to increase thanks to a frontal boundary Monday to Monday night, and slightly cooler by midweek next week. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Nick Gunter on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive. Family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've already got a problem this morning, so please use caution on Troy Highway northbound at Oak Creek. 2 lanes of Troy Highway northbound at Oak Creek are blocked due to an accident, so please be careful through that area. Outside of that, the interstates are moving smoothly. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. The Toyota Camry is the #1 selling car in America. The Toyota Corolla, the #1 selling car in the world. Get yours at Reinhardt Toyota on the East Boulevard. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Talk tires with Montgomery's #1 tire store, Chico's Auto Pros. Chico's has you covered with Chico's Auto Pros price match guarantee and 0 down options.
Good morning, I'm Jed Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Friday. This morning marks a year since Russia began its war against Ukraine. Since then, millions of Ukrainians have left their homeland, most heading for the neighboring country of Poland. Right now, around 150,000 Ukrainians are in the capital city of Warsaw. Some consumer news: if you have an unused gift card laying around the house, well, you're not alone. Over 60% of Americans say they have at least one unspent gift card, according to a Credit Summit survey. There's currently around $21 billion worth of unspent gift cards in circulation right now. The state's severe weather tax weekend is underway right now and will run through Sunday night to midnight. There will be no state tax on items like flashlights, battery-powered radios, batteries, first aid kits, cell phone chargers, two-way radios, tarps, and fire extinguishers and coolers. And in some cases, cities and counties are waiving its sales tax too. That's your news on this Friday.
Join Mark Patrick Seminars and stop smoking now without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Only $49.99 guaranteed. Also, lose all the weight you want for only $49.99 guaranteed with Mark Patrick Seminars. Let hypnosis destroy unwanted cravings, late-day eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating, and lose the weight. Seminar Sunday, February 26th at the Hilton Garden in Montgomery, East in Montgomery. Stop Smoking Seminar 2 p.m. Weight Loss Seminar 11 a.m. Sign up at markpatrickseminar.com.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is, but on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute, are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code VEST for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code VEST for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code VEST for 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up.
Good morning, Alabama. How did you sleep last night?
You can buy a mattress anywhere, but at Wolf Boys Bedding, we want to make sure you get a good night's sleep. We'll take the time to show you how a mattress is made and what supports you and gives you comfort. Then let you make the decision on what's best for you. Whether you need an inexpensive mattress or a great night's sleep, we have you covered. Shop the Better Sleep Sale and get up to $400 off on Heritage Sleep's homegrown collection.
Don't count sheep, get a great night's sleep from Wolf Boys Bedding next to American Oak Floor. Hey folks, this is Jody.
Ain't Cozy from the Rustic Outlet at American Oak and More.
Our new warehouse is getting closer to being ready. This means we have inventory that has to go.
We would rather discount it and sell it than move it.
Many items have an additional 25% off already low outlet prices.
Tables, chairs, benches,
Bar stools,
consoles,
bedroom suites,
occasional tables,
TV consoles,
armoires,
jewelry chests,
additional 25% off.
in stock, ready for immediate pickup or have it delivered.
You ever get the feeling that the world is being held together with duct tape? Every day we're thrown some new meaningless drama in the fake news to distract us from the reality we're all about to face. Between the government trying to print their way out of debt, military conflicts, the disintegration of our most trusted institutions, and a looming food shortage, preparedness is no longer a choice. It's a necessity. You can trust My Patriot Supply. Our emergency food kits come packed with tasty meals, averaging over 2,000 calories per day. Get at least one kit for each person in your family. Self-reliance is the only alternative to government food lines. Time is running out. Become ungovernable. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com and save on dozens of different emergency food kits while you can. These kits are in stock, ship fast, and arrive in unmarked boxes for your privacy. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com before the next crisis strikes. MyPatriotSupply.com.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack!
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
And here we go.
Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again. For it is one more time that you're on top of the ground and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that will change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning to you. It is February the 24th. Today's daily bread is simply entitled something that we all have a trouble with from time to time: praying in difficult times. Our scripture insight today comes from Psalm 61. And it says, "From the ends of the earth I call to you as my heart grows faint." Govern yourselves accordingly. Good morning. And again, it is February the 24th. It is a day like all the other days that it's never been. And it is a day that once it's gone, it will never be again. You can't bring it back. You can't summon it from the past. You can't come back and do all the things that you should have done this day, but you didn't. And you certainly can't come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, February the 24th, 2023, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done on this day. If you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and unmerited mercy of God Almighty, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What do we do with it? Whatever we do, whatever it is we do, we should reach back every once in a while and help somebody else along the way. Bishop Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well that there's no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you shall always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two, we all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never, ever, ever quit. You never give up, because quitters never win. And winners, while they may fail at a thing or two, they never quit. And as long as you put one foot in front of the other, like my mother used to say, nothing beats a failure but a try. So get up this morning with all the enthusiasm in the world. Give it one more shot. Success is getting up one more time more than you fall. Get up. Try it again. Don't ever give up. Don't ever quit. Praying in difficult times. That is our daily bread for this day, February the 24th, 2023. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine.
Stay tuned for encouragement from Our Daily Bread. The devotional for today, titled Praying in Difficult Times, was written by Glenn Packiam. Author and theologian Russell Moore described noticing the eerie silence in the Russian orphanage where he adopted his boys. Someone later explained that the babies had stopped crying because they learned that no one would respond to their cries. When we face difficult times, we too can feel that no one hears. And worst of all, we can feel that God himself doesn't listen to our cries or see our tears. But he does. And that's why we need the language of petition and protest found especially in the book of Psalms. The psalmists petition for God's help and also protest their situation to him. In Psalm 61, David brings his petitions and protests before his Creator, stating, I call to you. I call as my heart grows faint. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. David cries out to God because he knows that only he is his refuge and strong tower. Praying the petitions and protests of the Psalms is a way of affirming God's sovereignty and appealing to his goodness and faithfulness. They're proof of the intimate relationship we can experience with God. In difficult moments, we can all be tempted to believe the lie that he doesn't care, but he does. He hears us and is with us. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is Psalm 61. Hear my cry, O God. Listen to my prayer. From the ends of the earth, I call to you. I call as my heart grows faint. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. for you have been my refuge, a strong tower against the foe. I long to dwell in your tent forever and take refuge in the shelter of your wings. For you, God, have heard my vows. You have given me the heritage of those who fear your name. Increase the days of the king's life, his years for many generations. May he be enthroned in God's presence forever. Appoint your love and faithfulness to protect him. Then I will ever sing in praise of your name and fulfill my vows day after day. Let's pray. Dear Jesus, thank you for being with us, even in our darkest and most trying times. Help us to be open and honest about our struggles and offer you our petitions, protests, and praise, trusting that you will comfort us and carry us through. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. My name is Wes Ward, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Okay, it's Friday. Time to rise and shine. No PT today, though. No PT, but we got to do everything else. All right, then. Let's get up. Let's roll. Let's get out of bed. And remember, you're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. So no excuses. Let's get this day started. All right. What else is there? Oh yeah, here comes the general. We always gotta say our motivation song in the morning. All right, go ahead, General. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough, airborne. Oh yeah. We run to the sun. Oh, sweat, not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knees. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Well, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Hey, you know darn well. Unless you're tough. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough, airborne, all the way. When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, needs a breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. All the way, airborne, airborne, all the way, driving on, driving on. All the way, airborne, airborne, all the way, driving on, driving on. Early one more. Oh, yeah. Well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. I leave with the children. I know y'all don't know nothing about that. Airborne, airborne, all the way, driving on. Driving on, driving on, all the way, airborne, airborne, all the way, driving on. This is my motto. Driving on. All the way. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. All the way. Okay. No PT today. No PT today. Okay, I got a new fact. I got a new text number because, I lost my iPhone someplace. I don't know where it's at, but it's out there in the world of locked telephones place. So our new text number, I got it online, but our new text number is 334-274-3411. That's it from now on. I don't know what I did with my phone, so what can I tell you? Now I got to go get another one. I'll get the same number at some point, but I got to find that phone. I got some top secret information in it. Anyway, good morning to you. How's everybody doing? So that new text number got online, 274-3411. If you want to text me or something like that, because if you text the other number, somebody's going to get it, but it won't be me. So anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. It is 6:24 in the morning. Let me take a little break here. And, no, I got to do this. I forgot about them. Okay, we got to do our armed forces. Always have to pay homage to the boys out there. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, Space Force, Montgomery Police Department, Montgomery Fire Department, Montgomery Sheriff Department, my sanitation workers out there, street maintenance people out there, all the folks who are up in the morning, and all the people that go in when everybody else is running out. Good morning to you, Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine. Well, it's time to rise and shine, Montgomery. It's Friday. Hey, it's weekend eve. Okay, I'm just saying, if you're on top of the ground and the ground's on top of you, you have a lot to celebrate this morning because some people don't. Matter of fact, we have to pay homage to an individual today, but we'll do that when we come back. And we'll be back in a minute, hopefully. Don't ever take it for granted.
First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by AC by Luquire. AC by Luquire is celebrating 40 years of comfort. They've proudly serviced the river region since 1983. Contact them for your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Visit acbyluquire.com for a list of services and offers today. That's acbyluquire.com. License number 84417.
Another mild start to our day. We're seeing some patchy fog, lots of clouds to start off our Friday. As we move through the day today,
Have I missed
cooler in the
something?
north, warmer in the south. Generally speaking, we'll be in the 70s and 80s. Your weekend's looking like this: warm, 70s and 80s for highs, lows in the 60s. Rain chances, though, look to increase thanks to a frontal boundary Monday into Monday night, and slightly cooler by midweek next week. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Nick Gunter on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've already got a problem this morning, so please use caution on Troy Highway northbound at Oak Creek. 2 lanes of Troy Highway northbound at Oak Creek are blocked due to an accident, so please be careful through that area. Outside of that, the interstates are moving smoothly. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. The Toyota Camry is the #1 selling car in America. The Toyota Corolla, the #1 selling car in the world. Get yours at Reinhardt Toyota on the East Boulevard. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
When it comes to tires, bald ain't so beautiful. It's time
Did I
for a
miss
tire
something?
makeover at Chico's Auto Pros. Better price, better experience, guaranteed. 239-9510.
After only a few months of waiting, the Overwatch League is back. This week, the league unveiled the 2023 season, and a lot has changed. Instead of being split into 4 stages, the season will be split into 2 major stages, with both ending in a global tournament. More importantly, amateur teams will be able to compete against the pros for the first time in the history of the league. Some fans think that the amateur teams will perform better than the pro teams in the East. Who do you hope takes the crown this year?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
And now a small business setback. Set to smooth jazz.
It's late. You're driving in the rain with only one thing on your mind. The deer about to total your HVAC van. But with Progressive's 30+ customizable coverage options, you're covered. The rest is just saxophone.
When running your small business gets rough, Progressive Commercial is there to smooth it out. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Tweak this sound.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage and discounts not available for all vehicles or states. Policy terms and conditions apply.
Research shows that successful ad campaigns share 8 characteristics. Radio is the only local media option that delivers all 8 of them. Radio reaches your potential customers close to the point of purchase. It provides local consumer interactions with emotional connections that build trust and for your business. Radio is unskippable and quick. You get your message out in 24 to 48 hours, and radio is very affordable. That's why radio consistently gives you the highest return on investment, and it's also why it should always be your base media buy. Research also confirms that marketing campaigns generate even higher returns, starting at a 19% lift when they are on more than one platform. That's offers a variety of effective digital solutions to enhance your base radio buy. At Cumulus, we are your one-stop shop to deliver a coordinated radio and digital campaign that will get your business results. Hi, I'm Sonia Thompson, and it's my job to get your business results on News Radio 1440. To learn more about how to get started, go to newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business.
When your business information is missing or inconsistent across the internet, search engines won't find you, and customers won't either. Help ensure customers see you and not your competitors. Boost your findability. Cumulusboost.com. CUMULUS Boost.com. I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every...
Does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code VEST for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code VEST for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code VEST for 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up.
Lowe's always has more ways for you to save. On top of our everyday low prices, pros can save big when buying in bulk. Or if your purchase is over $1,500, ask about our volume savings program. A pro associate can provide a customized quote. Ask about our volume savings programs today. It always pays to be a pro at Lowe's. While supplies last, minimum purchase requirements, baby. Right to limit quantities. Volume discount pricing quotes are valid up to 7 days. Visit your local pro desk to learn more and start saving. Offers subject to change, may not be available in all Lowe's stores.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It's a great time to visit Larry Puckett Chevrolet in Prattville. With the largest used car inventory in the river region, it's a great time to buy. They've got a tremendous selection of late model vehicles that give you like-new quality without new sticker pricing. The time to buy is now. As the new inventory picks up, they've got to make space. That means deals, deals, and more deals for you. Visit Larry Puckett Chevrolet in Prattville or shop online at LarryPuckett.com. Larry Puckett Chevrolet, where the customers do the talking.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack!
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
And we are back. Okay, it's Friday, so you know what I mean? That means I got my little audio thing here. And I play this every once in a while because sometimes, and given the last week or so, you know, in the city of Montgomery, I think we need to hear something like this because you guys have been kind of mean. You know, you've been kind of mean to me a little bit. You've been kind of mean to the mayor. You know, you've been kind of mean to the governor and mean to, you know, the county commission. Yeah, I mean, we've been kind of mean to those guys this week. Yeah. Although the county commission gets over because they don't really have any controversy because they all agree. Yeah. Well, you know, they said though, when everybody thinks the same, somebody ain't thinking. I'm just saying. But anyway, so here we go. And this thing lasts a couple minutes, 11 minutes, but I think you need to hear it today. I think we need to hear it today. We need this. We do. Don't forget the new text number is 274-3411. I lost my phone. My phone is lost. So I had to get a new one quickly. 334-274-3411. It's the new text number. So don't be texting the other number because it's going bye-bye. Anyway, so we'll be back after this inspirational message.
Said that vital virtue that unfortunately and regrettably is often forgotten, the virtue of kindness, being kind. I want you to hear a story. 20 years ago, I drove a cab for a living. When I arrived at 2:30 in the morning, the building was dark except for a single light in a ground floor window. Under these circumstances, many cab drivers would just honk once or twice, wait a minute, then drive away. But I had seen too many impoverished people who depended on taxis as their only means of transportation to drive away. Unless the situation smelled of danger, I always went to the door. So I walked to the door and knocked. Just a moment, answered a frail, elderly voice. For after a long pause, the door opened. A small woman in her 80s stood before me. By her side was a small nylon suitcase. Would you carry this bag out to the car for me? She said. I took the suitcase out and returned to assist the woman. She took my arm and walked slowly toward the curb. She kept thanking me for my kindness. It's nothing, I told her. I just try to treat all my passengers the way I would want my mother treated. When we got in the cab, she gave me an address. Then she said, oh, by the way, could you drive through downtown? It's not the shortest way. Oh, I don't mind. I'm in no hurry. I'm on my way to a hospice. I looked in the rearview mirror and her eyes were glistening. I don't have any family left, she said, almost to herself. The doctor says I don't have very long. I quietly reached over and shut off the meter. What route would you like me to take? For the next 2 hours, we drove all around the city. She showed me the building where she had once worked as an elevator operator. We drove through the neighborhood where she and her husband had lived when they were newlyweds. She had me pull up in front of a furniture warehouse that had once been a ballroom where she had gone dancing as a girl. Sometimes she'd ask me to slow down in front of a particular building or corner. She would sit staring into the darkness, saying nothing. As the first hint of sun was creasing the horizon, she suddenly said, okay, I'm ready. Let's go now. We drove in silence to the address she had given me. It was a low building. 2 orderlies came out to the cab. As soon as we pulled up, they were solicitous and intent, watching her every move. They were expecting her. I opened the trunk, took out the small suitcase, carried it to the door. The woman was already seated in a wheelchair. How much do I owe you? She asked. No, you don't owe me anything, I said. Oh, you have to make a living, she answered. Oh, there are other passengers, I responded. Almost without thinking, I bent over and gave her a hug. She held on to me tightly. You gave an old woman a little bit of joy, she said. Thank you. I squeezed her hand, then walked into the dim morning light. Behind me, a door shut. It was the sound of the closing of a light. I drove aimlessly, lost in thought for the rest of the day. I could hardly talk. What if that woman had gotten in an angry driver earlier that morning, or one who was impatient? What if I had refused to take the run, or had honked once and driven away? On a quick review, I don't think I have done anything more important in all my life. I love that story. Sort of helps me allow life to make up its mind again. You need to remember that story. The times you will want to be anything but kind. Because it is so much easier to bear a grudge and hate in return, or get back, or get even. Hate destroys the vessel it's kept in. Revenge never healed a wound. There's one thing all of us have in common: we've been mistreated by somebody. Some of you have known abuse, misunderstanding, and all of this has a way of siphoning your tank of kindness. It can make you hard. You can get on with hard. You can get along with it. In fact, some will even respect you more because you're tough. But I urge you not to be. Be kind, tenderhearted, forgiving one another. When I'm truly free of revenge and bitterness, there is plenty of room in my heart left for kindness. And not until. Do what's right. Do justice. Love kindness. Walk humbly with your God.
Maybe you were born a really nice person with a gentle, sweet personality, and being kind to people comes pretty naturally to you, but I think more of the globe is not that way than is. And the good news is we can change.
It's amazing what one kind word can do. We don't think anything about it, but to the other person, it breathes life into their spirit. Our words have the power to lift people, to help them get through a challenge, to push them into their destinies. When you tell someone, I love you, I'm proud of you, you did great on that project, you're not just being kind, those are healing words. We don't know what people are going through. They may smile on the outside, but on the inside, they're hurting, they're lonely, they're discouraged. Many people have wounds from the past, wounds from a relationship that didn't work out, wounds from people trying to push them down. Just a simple word of encouragement. I believe in you. I'm praying for you. A simple compliment. You look beautiful today. It's no big deal to you, but to them, it's helping heal the wounds. It's lifting their spirits. It's causing them to believe in themselves. Your words can be what keeps them moving forward. And God puts people in our lives on purpose so we can bring healing. Letting people know that you care does more than you imagine. You have the power to put someone on their feet. You have the power to keep them from falling into depression. You have the power to cause them to pursue their dreams. Be free with your compliments. You can think well of your friend all day long, but if you never tell them, they'll never know. God wouldn't have brought it up if he didn't want you to tell them. He wouldn't have put that thought in you if the other person didn't need it. You may not know them. It may not make sense to you, but God knows what he's doing. There's a reason they need your healing. Don't withhold it. Don't try to reason it out. In my early 20s, a young man started coming up to the gym to play basketball with us. He was a loner. He was very unfriendly, very cold. He never talked. Even during the games, he wouldn't interact with us. Most of the guys just ignored him. But something down in here told me to reach out to him and make him feel welcome. I found out that his name was Bo. When he would come into the gym, I would go over and say, "Hey, Bo, it's great to see you today." He never said anything. He just hit his chest twice and walked away. I didn't know what that meant, but I hit my chest twice and walked away. This went on for several years. I saw him 4 or 5 times a week. Well, I stopped playing basketball there, and I hadn't seen Bo in over 20 years. One Sunday, he showed up at church. I saw him afterwards. I thought, where do I know this guy from? He said, "I'm Bo. We used to play basketball together." That's the most I'd ever heard him talk. He went on to tell how he grew up in the projects. At 14, he started living on his own. Nobody wanted him. He never felt loved or accepted. He said, "One of the main reasons I went up to the gym was to hear you say, 'Great to see you today,' because nobody had told me that they were glad to see me." Those simple words, letting him know that I cared, were like life-giving water. Today, Bo is married. He introduced me to his children. He's setting a new standard for his family. What am I saying? Nobody is in your life by accident. Don't ignore what you feel on the inside, that compassion to encourage them, that desire to be their friend. Take time to make them feel loved. It doesn't have to be something big. Just good to see you. I believe in you. I'm praying for you. Just let them know that you care.
Be kind. 4 letters, a 4-letter word that can change people's world. So anyway, I love that one. That's one of my favorite ones that I ever played. Okay, now running out of time here, so I don't have too much time to procrastinate this morning. Coming up at 7 o'clock, Mickey McDermott, attorney at law, will come in. So if you got some questions, you might want to ask some general questions. Mickey comes up periodically and sits with us and answer some of your questions, or maybe we can give a prognostication. Now, whatever it is, that thing that lawyers do. All right, but he is a former United States Army Airborne Ranger, so and an officer, so I got to give him some props there. Okay, I'm just saying, we served in the same unit, so what can I tell you? Anyway, okay, now, so it is time for Lessons of Life and the word of the day. And the word of the day is a pretty okay. So the word itself, okay, it's kind of harsh. It's kind of harsh, but you have to understand what the word means. Okay, I mean it's kind of a harsh word, and Listen, I gotta call it like I see it. Okay, I gotta call it like I see it. Now, throughout my lifetime, this word's been used against me too. I've been referred to as this word. So don't ever take it personal. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever take it personal. It's just one of those things that we got to learn how to deal with in life. Okay. So what is the word of the day? The word of the day is an adjective. And what does it mean? Not having or showing an ability to absorb ideas or reality. Okay. So again, the word of the day means, it's an adjective, it means not having or showing the ability to absorb ideas or get in touch with reality. Okay, what is the word today? The word of the day is stupid. Okay? That's the word of the day, stupid. Now, I hope this does not identify some of you. I'm just saying, but it is the word of the day. It is an adjective. It means not having or showing an ability to absorb ideas or reality. I think we can put that word on a few folks to call talk radio sometimes. I'm just saying. Anyway, the word of the day is stupid, a well-known adjective. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Now, I'm not exactly sure what an adjective is. I went to sleep in that class, but I know what the word stupid means. Woo! So much for that. All right, now, but, lessons of life today is this. And if you pay attention to it, you'll get something out of this. First of all, if you are a human being, you are going to have difficult days. There is no doubt in my mind, there will come times you will have some difficult times in life. There's no way around it. It's like T.D. Jakes says, it is the process of life. You will go through some things, right? And some of them won't even be fair, okay? You'll be fired, or the other guy that to you seems to be less qualified will get the job, and you won't. You will go through difficult stages in life. It is the process that you go through. It is like iron. It's like coming up with iron. You got to melt it down and mold it and put it back together, but it'll be stronger every time you do. So I just want you to know, before I give you the lesson of life, these things are not meant to make life easy for you. It merely gives you a guide to go through so you know what you may have to go through. I'm just saying you might want to, how to deal with the things, that you go through. Okay? So here's the lesson of life for today, the 24th day of February, 2023. When you pray, do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. Okay? Because you will have things that happen to you in life that are unfair. But that's okay, because everybody gets some of that. The deal is how you deal with it. It is not what happens to us in life that crushes us sometimes. It's how we deal with it. Okay? So do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure when it becomes difficult. Okay? And that, my friend, is a lesson of life today. Okay? It is the 24th day of February. It is the 55th day of the year. On this day in 1942, the SS Strama, a charter ship attempting to carry nearly 800 Jewish refugees from Romania to British-mandated Palestine, was torpedoed by the Soviet submarine in the Black Sea. All but one of the refugees perished. In 1582, Pope Gregory XIII, I think is what he is, an edict outlining his calendar reforms. The Gregorian calendar is the calendar in general use today. 1791, Boston lawyer James Otis Jr. went to court to argue against writs of assistance that allowed British customs officers to arbitrarily search people's premises, declaring a man's house is his castle. Although Otis lost the case, his statement provided early inspiration for the American independence. The year was 1868. The U.S. House of Representatives impeached then President Andrew Johnson by a vote of 126 to 47, following his attempted dismissal of Secretary of War Edwin M. Stanton. Okay? Don't know what that's all about. Wait for my time. 1920, the German Worker Party, which later became the Nazi Party, met in Munich to adopt its platform. 1955, besides my brother being born, the Cole Porter musical Silk Stockings opened in the Imperial Theater on Broadway. 1961, the Federal Communications Commission authorized the nation's first full-scale trial of paid television in Hartford, Connecticut. And then we got HBO and, Showtime and all that good stuff. 1983 was the year Congressional Commission released a report condemning the internment of Japanese Americans during World War II as a grave injustice. Okay, I can live with that, but I'm just saying segregation in America, slavery and all that stuff. I ain't going there, but I'm just saying I don't think has there been a congressional commission said that was unjust? I'm just saying. 1988, in a ruling that expanded legal protection for the parody and satire, the Supreme Court unanimously overturned the $150,000 award that the Reverend Jerry Falwell had won against Hustler magazine and its publisher, Larry Flynt. 1989, a state funeral on this day was held for Japanese Emperor Hirohito, who had died the month before the age of 87. 1994, entertainer Dinah Shore died in Beverly Hills 5 days before her 78th birthday. 1996, Cuba, not Cuba, it's Cuba, downed two small American planes operated by the group Brothers to the Rescue, and they claimed were violating Cuban airspace. All four pilots were killed. In 2008, Cuba's parliament named Raul Castro president, ending nearly 50-year rule of his brother Fidel. And it was 14 years ago, the first primetime speech of his term, President Barack Obama appeared before Congress to, sketch out an agenda to begin with jobs, then broaden quickly to include stable credit systems, stuff and rest of that other stuff. Okay. Anyway, so all right then. Oh, don't forget now, if you guys text me, you got to text me 274-3411. I lost my phone. What can I tell you? It happened. 5 years ago, the UN Secretary Council unanimously demanded a 30-day ceasefire across Syria to deliver humanitarian aid and evacuate the wounded. But the death toll reached 500 from a Syrian bombing campaign. And those are some of the things that happened on this day. Now, give you a couple of days of things that are being celebrated today. It is National Tortilla Day. Don't know what a tortilla is, but I guess it's something that you eat. Discover Girl Day. That's for the folks who are confused about what they are. Okay. Edward Dickinson Baker Day. His history, fun facts, and it's so important. We're sharing all this with you this morning. Estonia Independence Day. Flag Day in Mexico. We ain't gonna worry about that one. We're not in Mexico right now. How about Friday, Fish Fry Day? Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Fair. So just let me know who's cooking it. I'm gonna be there after breakfast this morning. Okay. I said, so grab your fork, take a bite out of your fish fries, and Friday, Fish Day today. What else is there? International Stand Up to Bullying Day. There's only one way to stand up to bullying. Make sure you got something in your hand. That's all I'm telling you. National Skip Straw Day. National Tartar Sauce Day. Where you can't have fish unless you got some tartar sauce to go along with it. You know what I mean? National Trading Card Day. Remember those cards? Yeah. Okay. Twin Peaks Day. We won't go to that one right now. We'll get to that one later on. World Bartender Day. Okay. And a couple more things. Yukon Heritage Day and a couple more days. So I'll get to those later on. But right now, we got to take a break and we'll come back. Got to go downstairs, hopefully, and get my guests. So let's go in the place. We'll be back.
Now, your WSFA 12 news update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Judd Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Friday. This morning marks a year since Russia began its war against Ukraine. Since then, millions of Ukrainians have left their homeland, most heading for their neighboring country of Poland. Right now, around 150,000 Ukrainians are in the capital city of Warsaw. Some consumer news: if you have an unused gift card laying around the house, well, you're not alone. Over 60% of Americans say they have at least one unspent gift card, according to a Credit Summit survey. There's currently around $21 billion worth of unspent gift cards in circulation right now. The state's severe weather tax-free weekend is underway right now and will run through Sunday night at midnight. There will be no state tax on items like flashlights, battery-powered radios, batteries, first aid kits, cell phone chargers, two-way radios, tarps, and fire extinguishers and coolers. And in some cases, cities and counties are waiving its sales tax too. That's your news on this Friday.
WLWI-AM is News Radio 1440, also heard on 95.1 HD3 FM in Montgomery, a Cumulus media station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Staples.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Ukraine is standing strong a year to the day Russia invaded. President Volodymyr Zelensky has spoken in Kyiv. Correspondent Charlie D'Agata is there.
In a rousing speech to the people of Ukraine, he said, "We will defeat all threats." He talked about how difficult the year has been. He called it a year of compassion, of kindness, of pain, of hope, perseverance, and invincibility.
There's a huge amount of support for the war inside Russia. The BBC's Steve Rosenberg from Moscow.
2/3 of the Russian public back it. Maybe 15% of people here are totally, completely, utterly, almost rabidly behind the war, to the extent that they would be happy to see Ukraine wiped off the face of the earth.
The Biden administration announced new economic sanctions on Russia today. Alex Murdaugh took the stand at his double murder trial in South Carolina and denied shooting his wife and son to death. But he did make an admission.
I stole money that was not my money. I misled people that I shouldn't have misled, and I did wrong.
Murdaugh is expected to face tough cross-examination on the stand today. People in southern San Bernardino County, California are waking up to a rare blizzard warning. This teenager's making the best of it, building her own snowman.
It's usually just green and pretty, but never snowy.
Meteorologist Craig Allen with our affiliate, WCBS.
In some of the highest elevations, above 4,000, 5,000 feet or so, winds could gust between 40 to 70 miles per hour.
The snowfall could total 5 feet there. There are almost 98,000 power outages reported in California and more than 800,000 in Michigan after this week's ice storm there. Check your cooking appliances.
When you up in the sky,
the Consumer Product Safety Commission is recalling the very popular Cosori air fryers after receiving hundreds of reports of overheating or catching fire. Some of those reports include minor burn injuries and property damage. These air fryers were sold at Target, Best Buy, Amazon, and at other retailers.
CBS's Linda Kenyon with those details. And if you got a flu shot this season, chances are it helped.
Today is
the latest vaccine.
World Bartender Day. It's Fish Friday today,
age groups, including the
and tartar sauce day. So that makes sense because I mean, if you didn't have tartar sauce, I mean,
should be cocktail sauce.
Yeah, I know those headphones sucks, but that's the best I can work. I think one of the years we're one of them don't. It's all right. Yeah.
Staples stores are a new world of
Good for government work anyway.
Tools for small business
How you
and
been?
remote workers and learners.
Oh,
Explore more at
not
your local Staples
complaining.
store or staplesconnect.com.
Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Brush your teeth, but how do you
Weekend
clean
Eve.
your nose with Novage?
On the weekend
Novage
sure
uses
goes by
powered
faster
suction
than the
pulsating
weekend.
in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out allergens,
Have they
mucus,
missed?
and germs. And it's why
Good.
cleaning your
Oh.
nose, the body's bare
Go
filter,
back
is
to
the next
someone
evolution
today
in
and
daily
finish up.
personal hygiene. Novage helps you breathe better, sleep deeper, and snore less. But the biggest payoff is improved health.
I got
At
city
Walmart,
council to
Walgreens, CVS,
rehire
Rite
their
Aid, Target,
chief
and
of
online.
police.
Novage, NAV, AG.
You know-
knows healthy life.
Yeah, I'm so stressed.
Somebody called me
Business
from
is growing,
Selma and
we've
told
got
me what that
people
was all
all
about.
over.
They said what it was all about. He was on a training mission someplace. They went to train. And they wanted him to come back.
Tornado.
Yeah. Right. Tornado. And they wanted him to come back, but he was in training someplace.
He was in Dothan, 3 hours away, and the roads have been closed. See, Highway 31 is under construction.
Right.
So to get from Dothan
That's
to Selma, you gotta come to Montgomery and then go south.
Look who's
So
singing at the
but
Oscars.
that part of the
It's no
interstate's
Super Bowl
closed.
halftime show, but
And
it is the
state
Super
troopers
Bowl
have
of
blocked everything
movies.
off. So he ran the police department.
Rihanna will
by
sing
phone.
Lift Me Up
you
from
doing?
Black Panther Wakanda
That's why you
Forever,
have
which is
support.
nominated
Yeah,
for Best
yeah,
Song at
training.
the Oscars. It's her
And
first
so the
Oscar
mayor
nod.
uses it
As for her
as an
competition,
excuse to want to get one of his people.
Lady Gaga is nominated for Hold My Hand from Top Gun
And,
Maverick.
and, you
And
know,
Diane
it's all about
Warren, who
power
got her
and politics.
14th Oscar nod for Applause from Tell It Like a Woman.
I
Other
don't
Best
know
Original
him.
Song nominees are from
Some people
RRR
from
and
Selma
Everything
called me
Everywhere
and
All at
told me
Once. The Oscars
one of the things
earmarked
they he was training.
CBS
and
News. CLA
couldn't
Public
get back,
Library is
but he got
honoring
back
Mountain
at
Lion
dark,
with a limited
first thing
edition
light.
library card.
Next
Features
day,
National
worked 72
Geographic's
hours
famous
straight.
photo of
And
P-22
after they got
wandering
everything
Griffiths Park
pretty
with the
much
Hollywood
settled,
sign in the background.
the
Cooper
mayor
prowled
took
the
his
park
gun.
for more than a
Now,
decade before
under
it was euthanized
Selma's
in
rules,
December. Deborah Rodriguez,
only the city
CBS
council
News.
can disarm him. But the mayor did it. Took his gun, his badge, his uniform, and his car. Sounds like a little egotistical thing there. City council voted. That's all 6-1, and 1 was an abstention, so they didn't agree with it. But boy, it was,
I get real cash back every time I buy gas. Does that actually add up to anything? I've made around $200. Wow.
Well, he had the right man.
Extra cash.
Had the right man. He had a man. I don't know about the right man. He got a guy back. Yeah, so hey. Now imagine there's going to be some little tension between those two. There already was, always will be. What mayors need to know, although I respect all, they need to know, it ain't God. Well, the thing is, see, in Alabama, you have 5 classes of cities.
Hello,
And
this is Joe
in the
Cordell.
class
Cordell
1,
Cordell
the
is a
lowest,
firm that practices
the
family
mayor
law
hires and
exclusively.
fires all
We
cities.
focus on only one area of the law to
But
maximize our
some
strength
city
and
like Selma,
effectiveness as
the
advocates
mayor
for
can make a
clients that have
recommendation,
everything on the line.
or it's
Their
the city
homes,
council that has
savings,
to make a
and most
determination.
importantly, their
And
children.
he just
We're the
oversteps
partner
that.
our clients count on.
For matters in Tennessee, visit CordellCordell.com. 200 West Martin Luther King Boulevard,
That's why I like in
3000
Montgomery,
Tennessee 37402. No
you know, we
representation
have
is made that the quality of legal services should be
personnel
performed as clearly
hearings,
as quality of legal
personnel
services performed
board,
by other lawyers.
What's for dinner?
chief hearing
Burgers?
officers, Judge Price.
Avoiding foods due to
You
fear
still
of
have
diarrhea,
a
gas,
mayor's
bloating,
review.
stomach pain, or loose, oily stools. It may not be
And then
just
you can
stomach
appeal
issues.
that to
It
the
could be
circuit court.
EPI.
Oh, that's what that job he has.
EPI can cause
He hears
uncomfortable symptoms.
personnel
It's a
hearings.
condition where the pancreas
I
doesn't
thought this was one of them
produce
jobs
digestive enzymes
we
to
want to
break
keep
down
you around.
food.
One
But
of them
EPI
jobs for
can
you.
be managed. Use the
Well,
symptom checker and identify EPI.
I would have to agree with you there, but at the same time, it actually is a paid position.
He's
Been
the
there for
voice of the
decades.
conservative.
Oh, okay, well, I can play that game.
Bill Ben Shapiro Show tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Okay. Headphones go here. Okay, I'm here. Please, guys, I'm just trying to get my act together here. I had to get some things together here. So. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds you well. It's another day above the ground, and the ground's not above you. So I would say you have many reasons to celebrate today. And remember today's lesson of life. You can have comfort or you can have courage, but you cannot have both at the same time. I'm good. Man, I'm probably going to lend my body to science, right, when it's all over and said and done, so they can figure out what made me tick. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hey, we got a guest in the studio, my good friend, former jumper like myself. Although there are those who don't believe the F-Dog knows what inside of a 141 looks like. Happy Friday morning to all of you. Good morning, sir. Mickey McDermott, attorney at law. So you shoot the breeze here. If you guys have any questions, ask him. Feel free to do it. Listen, let's just get to the hot meeting. You know the deal, you don't know what I'm here. I'm not going to ask you any official or anything like that. I'm not going to take you involved in it. Just my opinion. Just an opinion. 3 years was a long time to hold something over somebody. Well, I guess my question is, what was it for you? Because he's had it in his back pocket all this time. That's certainly a question that needs to be answered. Disagreement all out, but at the same time, the words are, I guess I'm kind of killing it. Mayor has done a tremendous amount of good, especially in the industry. I disagree with a lot of times. As harsh as his words were, as inappropriate as they were. Well, they wasn't inappropriate for a private conversation. Well, when you got a camera on you there, unless it's your wife filming you, and it stays in your bedroom or on your cell phone and nowhere else.
Yeah.
It's bound to become public. We far too many celebrities and people in positions of authority have suffered consequences
because we're hypocrites in America.
Oh, absolutely.
We're just hypocrites.
But at the same time, his words were harsh,
but they were true.
I'm not saying they're not true, but I will say that in large measure, they really didn't reflect well of our community.
Well, sometimes our community don't reflect well of us.
Well, next time I drive down your street, and I'm sorry, I'm fussing about potholes, and I'm wondering why the city engineers have not fixed one of the major thoroughfares of our community. I'll remember.
I'm sure it's on the list. I'm sure, I would tell you, the only thing, here's what I learned about people in public office. No matter who's there, no matter, Jesus Christ could be the mayor of the city of Montgomery, and somebody would complain about him. I heard the story one time, to make the analogy. He said, Jesus would walk on water. Somebody would complain that why did he get in a boat like everybody else?
Well, there's always going to be, disgruntlement. But your question was, what was my opinion? My opinion was the taped interview was harsh, probably fine for conversation over a stiff drink between friends. But I don't know if it does us any good by being made public. As a community, the relationship with our partners at Maxwell and Gunner, I don't know. Here it is in Black History Month, and I've gone to some programs at some of the local schools and saw young people learning harsh truths about our history, and at the same time watching young people strive to overcome their own challenges in life. And when the senior leader of our community is carrying on a conversation like that, whether it's now or 3 years ago.
But that does matter. He had just became mayor of the city of Montgomery. I mean, come on. He was trying to figure out where the bathroom was.
Oh, I agree with you there. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that in the context that it was put out, whether it was edited or not, I think it was edited because I hear like a little sound change in tone of his voice. So it sounds to me like it was somebody who's been playing, manipulating with it. But the words that were spoken were still harsh, and maybe a harsh reality to some.
Well, Dave Chappelle used those words.
Yes.
I mean, we listen to him.
Not we.
What I do.
Because Dave Chappelle doesn't show up on WSFA regularly.
No, but he makes a good point with the way he says things.
And in my opinion, if there's an extortion plot, then investigate it and prosecute. If not, I'm a grown man. I've made lots of mistakes. Will make lots of mistakes. There's only been one perfect man to walk this earth, that I call him friend, Lord, and Jesus. But all the rest of us make mistakes. Mayor can easily stand up in front of the podium and say, my words were inappropriate at the time. They were not supposed to be made public. They were.
I think he did say that.
And then move on.
And
either prosecute it or move on. We got other things to do. Got roads to fix. We got police officers to hire because of the nationwide hiring shortage. We got folks doing stuff in this community that needs to be stopped. We've got old folks that need to be taken care of. We've got children that need to be educated. Food needs to go on the plate. We've got businesses that need to run to keep us all going. We need the lights on, the water running. We need to make sure the wolf's not at the door.
Yeah. 860-1440 is our number here. You want to give us a call? Love to talk to you. Whatever on your mind. Mickey McDermott, attorney at law. He's with us this morning to, shoot the breeze. Now, Mickey used to be a trooper, a paratrooper. Just in case y'all didn't know that. He's the man back in the day.
I was telling Kelvin earlier that when I was a young paratrooper at the 82nd, We used to have guest speakers come in every once in a while, and one of them was the late Lou Rawls. And Lou Rawls came up to Fort Bragg because he had been a paratrooper in the 1950s. And
tough time.
Tough time. It was probably very tough for a young black man in the military, especially in a prestigious unit like the 82nd, where high standards of discipline and performance,
which is something we don't have anymore,
have always been a requirement and will always be.
Let's hope so. Anyway.
Amen.
At least in those units.
Well, but here it is. Where this is the month we commemorate one of Montgomery's own, the great Nat King Cole.
That's right. That's right.
And so Montgomery's got a rich history and of talented men and women, and we want to encourage that to the next generation and help our community grow while we're here above ground. Right, my friend?
That's right. I'm taking calls, and I'll take to my first break. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning, Ed.
Ed, can I ask you a question? Have you been watching the revival in Tennessee at Asbury? Do you know about the revival in the colleges? It's hit Tennessee and starting to spread around the country. Did you know that? Okay, well, I'm just I know you're a man of faith, and I thought for a change we'd ask you a question. Do you think our country needs revival? Oh, good, because apparently revival has sprung in the hills of Tennessee, and let's hope it spreads throughout our country to revive our faith. How's that? Well, we got good folks like you, Ed, who constantly remind us of the goodness of Jesus, and it sounds like you're a man who walks with him and walks within faith. So you have a good day. It's good to talk to you, Mr. Ed. Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Ed. Good morning. Who's this? Okay, then. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, sir. Well, I don't think that's the explanation. I think he thought he was having a private conversation during a very difficult time in this country. No, I think that's a mischaracterization. I think he thought, I think he has stated that later on he was extorted. I'm sorry, what's your question? I didn't quite catch that. Yeah, that's an interesting question, and maybe that's just his personal opinion. He's entitled to one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're here. No, jump school is 3 weeks, sir. Yes, sir. Well, they understand that paperwork, you can get new copies of paperwork. Right. It's called reissuing. Well, yeah, I think so. But I will say this. Hang on, please. Let me answer that. I can attest to Kevin being a young, thin man with standing in line
at the Second Ranger Bat at Fort Lewis. Well,
that's probably true too.
I'm right there with him on that, but I will say that I want to thank Kevin for his service to our country and all those others who's out there have served. I have, and so let's put that aside. That's ancient history. I think that's a mischaracterization.
It is, but it's from him. He just jealous.
Well, either that, you know,
my wings. You want a set? You don't have a set.
Hey, like I used to tell the legs, and when I'd go to other units, if you want some airborne wings, just go to the PX and buy them.
Just go, but yeah, if you don't want to earn them, that's true.
Well, no, I'm not.
But there have been some people going to Ranger school that didn't jump.
I actually had an Egyptian officer who went through the school with me, and I don't think he'd ever. I think he'd been on one airplane in his whole life. So it.
Well, I would just say I would bring a charge of what's that word we use? False valor, stolen valor. I would bring that charge up. Yeah, just go ahead. I work for Cumulus.
Well, like I said, you know, I had somebody say something like that to me one day, and I said, "I tell you what, brother, pony it up. I'll stand toe to toe with you."
Yeah, me too.
So.
That means you can't fix stupid.
There you go. And that was your word of the day, wasn't it?
Yeah. You can't fix stupid. And people who have information right in front of them still say it's not there. You can't fix stupid. That's it. Let's take a break and we'll be back. One thing we ain't gonna argue about around here is about who are the soldiers from the sky, baby. We just ain't gonna argue about that. We know. We have some bad news for you guys this morning. One of the Phyllis Harvey Hall lost her sister. And we are so sorry. We dedicate this to her for a couple seconds of this, and we'll be back right after this and words from our sponsor.
Whatever happened to Sergeant Major?
He died a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
About a month ago.
Oh, he was an ignorant. I'm sorry to hear his passing. I miss Elton D.
Oh, exactly. You know, again, I didn't attend his going away thing. I wouldn't even be here because I respect what he accomplished when the time he accomplished it, because that was tough. But it was a butthole. Just like that fool called me just now. Yeah, just the same.
Every time I hear his voice, you know what I hear? You know, I hear that flat top haircut, white t-shirt, cigarette smoking kid standing across from Rickaday Church in the 1950s.
I don't know why that's such a thing. I was born at 17 or 100. I grew up there. I grew up in the military. I didn't, you know, only thing I really ever saw.
I'm right there with you.
Well, you're alive.
Yeah, but me trying to live.
Yeah. But you never had opportunity. Did you ever have an opportunity to meet Sergeant Conrad? Major Conrad? He was down in a regiment. The command sergeant made down a regiment. I know.
Do you know when you say that, I had a young trooper.
On February 7th,
Tested positive.
Black author Carter G. Woodson launched Black History, which would eventually become
We got him
Carter G.
reassigned.
Woodson
They
felt
kicked him out of
creating a
the
space
They
dedicated to
led
a
him
black
to space. They attached him to
the trade
headquarters.
tradition, but great both
And
inside and
I
outside.
saw him. He
Giving
was
us
unwell in bed. I'll never forget him. And he was typing outside the sergeant major's office one day. And
Every day we're learning some new
I was just passing through and I saw them having a conversation, a loud conversation. And I just moved on.
Military conflicts, the
Yeah, he
disintegration
was a guy named George Conrad.
Now,
Preparedness is
Sergeant
no
Major
longer a
Parker
choice,
is still
it's a
alive. I
necessity.
talked to him not too
You
long
can
ago.
trust my Patriot Supply.
Um,
Our emergency food kits come packed
So
with
we got
tasty
some
meals, averaging
real-
over 2,000 calories per day. Get at least
real
one kit
good
for each
men
person in
still
your
out
family.
there.
Self-reliance is the only alternative to government food.
Quickly.
Ramona
Become
from the police department, the
Go to
interim police chief,
mypatriotsupply.com and
female
save
we had,
dozens
she
of
retired
important
this week.
emergency food kits while you
From the
can.
police
Mhm.
These kits are in
They
stock.
kind of screwed
Ship
her.
fast.
She got
Arrive
screwed.
at
I
our
mean,
boxes
I mean,
in
she,
your privacy.
because she wasn't a man and wasn't a member of Omega Sci-Fi, she's not chief of police.
mypatriotsupply.com.
But you gotta be Omega Sci-Fi to get promoted.
And and everybody I talked to, the grunts that
I lost 70 pounds
they
and my
said
friend lost
she was
20
fair
pounds.
across the
love
board.
her.
You know,
Oh, wow.
This new guy.
That's remarkable. Join Mark Patrick's
I-
hypnosis
you know, I go to
seminar.
all
Lose
these
the weight
police
or stop
shootings.
smoking for only
I go
$49.99
nights,
guaranteed.
weekends, holidays,
Seminar
bad
Sunday,
weather.
February 26th
I've
at the
never
Hilton
seen
Garden
it.
in Montgomery, East in Montgomery. Weight
I've had
loss
officers
seminar
that go
11
to
a.m.
hospital.
Stop
I've been
smoking
in
seminar
hospital
2
with them.
p.m. Sign up at
I don't
markpatrickseminars.com.
know when
When it
it
comes to
was cracker
equipment,
with
you don't
them.
have to pay more to get more. At SunSouth, we strive to provide the best customer service
shame.
along with the best equipment.
I like
And right
leadership.
now, you can own quality
leads.
John Deere
That-
equipment from
that-
SunSouth with
They won't be
0%
the first one
interest
out the
for
door.
60
Never,
months.
never
That's right.
in this
0%
one, you
interest
learn
for
the
60
Institute
months
Academy and
on
also
top models,
never
John Deere
ask
1
the guy to
Series,
do
3
it if
Series,
you
and even
haven't done
5
or
Series
want to
tractors.
do it.
Equipment to meet
You
your
know,
needs.
that's
Visit
leadership.
SunSouth. Equipment for those that
Restrictions apply. Expires February 28, 2023.
That's something that pissed me off. You, that ain't your, yeah, it is. I got it back with 2019. I think they sent me a copy.
Shoot, I gotta submit
They make
for
hiring
a
so
couple
simple that
myself.
it's like finding a needle in a needle
Trying
stack. And that's why
down
you
a
should try
spot on the I
ZipRecruiter for
love
free
you
at
wall.
ZipRecruiter.com
But I
slash
need
radio.
to fill
Here's what
in.
it's like to use
And I
ZipRecruiter.
thought,
They
hey,
have
you know
so
what?
many
Look at
qualified
that.
candidates.
Fast
It's easier
Road
to find the
Master.
right ones.
It was a cool looking
4 out of 5 employers who post on
diploma.
ZipRecruiter
So I
get a
need
quality
to send
candidate
off
within
for
the
that one.
first day.
Now, were they still going through jungle, JLT? I think it's
I
called.
went to Panama
Yeah.
before they moved to Hawaii.
Oh, they're in Hawaii now.
They're in Hawaii. Can you imagine going to JLTC in Hawaii?
Not a bad size. Listen, living all that water all the time, going through the mountains up there. And
Yeah, but look, there's nothing in Hawaii that bites you, chases you, wants to eat you.
Well, that's true.
The smartest way to hire.
Join Sean Hannity
Panama,
Sundays at 3 p.m.
them
for
stuff
the
crawl
Encore
up your
Show
leg and take your left nut.
on News Radio 1440.
And we are back. I guess it's Nikki McDermott, attorney at law. See, every time I get have you get up early, you know. See, people always going to ask me all these questions all the time when nobody's here. I came up here, but now I get to hear. Let people know. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I know some of you regulars are out there. I know Steve's out there. So if you are out there, sir, it's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Yes, go. 860-1440. Oh, I got a new text number now. It's 274-3411. I lost my phone. My phone's out there someplace. I think I left it in the.
And I'm sure you're all asking.
No, we're just gonna write that one off, and you know, it was a cheap iPhone, so it wasn't one of these 14s or 12s.
If your fingerprints on it, and they show up in crime scene,
Yeah.
give me a call.
I don't know where
You
it's at.
know me, I come out 24/7.
That's right. 860-1440, number one can call and talk to you. A couple weeks ago, the Stilwell man out of prison, which I think they probably should have been released. But we turned around and got people, as soon as they got released, they came right back and they committed a crime as if they wanted to come back to prison. Are we, in your mind,
What is prison? Well, it's supposed to be punishment, confinement, in some cases rehabilitation. The early release program was designed for people who were within the last year of their sentence to reduce overcrowding. We still don't have the manpower to continue to watch them. I recently dealt with some correctional officer cases where the current ratio is 100 inmates to one guard. That's dangerous. And as I told the state personnel department, that's the environment. Because we think state of good, state government, what we think need to provide with food we've been willing to help in public corrections. And the early release program is like emergency relief valve to the work times of trouble, push the valve, reduce the pressure. And I think that's what this was. It is also, I think, in large measure, if it becomes, I know they've got a tweak of the legislation, it becomes in good measure to where early release is also related to good behavior while you are in jail. Maybe an incentive to cut down on some of the violence until we get to new prisons and prison reforms. You know, it used to be when I first came into law, you had options inside of the prison to learn trades, woodworking, metalwork, body work, mechanical work, making furniture, farming, and a lot of that was swept away as we were making sure we weren't trying to recreate the old chain cars of the past. At the same time, we lost that incentive, and it just became warehouse. There are classes. I know there's a lot of different programs in business. We use those programs to help them help get early release. We don't really still have a transition system. So when you get out of prison, you've been in the prison for 10 years, 15 years. When you come out after 15 years, are you going to know how to drive one of these new cars? You have to plug up and up. I met a young man who has been in prison so long. He's never used Facebook. He had no Facebook. He did not know when he got out of prison what Facebook was. He didn't have it in the prison. He was like, I don't know. There's no phone. I mean, inmates, I'm sad. But he was just basically a rock. He didn't have that. This culture shock was coming up. And a lot now, the question was, why some of them try to ride around and go back into the life of crime was my purpose in the ways that you can understand, young sergeant. You got out of the army and took those boots off. You sold some wild oats. You've been locked up in a bunch of men for 5, 10, 15 years. First thing you're going to get out. But when you get out, sometimes making bad decisions, lifestyle choice. Yeah. Come on, who's this? There he is. Well, LT, let me put one. I've heard with you, Mr. Mullins, retired from the Government Police Department. Several people this week how sad it was that
she was named the interim chief of the Montgomery Police Department. And that, for whatever reason, our city leaders ignored her as the long-term chief of police. I've always felt that she was raised in the Montgomery Police Department. She knew every facet of leadership. She was good enough to be our interim police chief. And when the job came open, we reached out to someone from a long way of other experiences, other departments, other police departments, but on our own. I always believe that if you're going to have an organization and you want to show people in your organization that you care about them, you cherish them, you want them to succeed, you promote them. And I'm sorry that for whatever reason she was not there. Now those decades of experience in our community and recent, we wish you well in your time.
There should be a police chief somewhere pretty soon.
I would hope so. Absolutely. I was right there with you. Every day. That you do. It's scary notice. Well, LT, I got to tell you, I stopped at Lowe's last weekend, 7 o'clock in the morning, and half of the doors weren't open, no cashiers. I walked in and I just happened to find a woman working at the self-checkout. I said, "Where is everybody?" And she said, "We got 20 people supposed to be here, 12 of them haven't shown up." And she says, "You can't get young people to work these days." And I shook my head and thought about what she said. And you multiply that through every organization in this country, like we've lost our work ethic. Is that how you see it? Well, my favorite is the alleged Navy veteran who used to sit out in front of Walmart. And so I saw him now. He's now on the up ramp on I-85 near East Chase. So when you come off the interstate, you're the first thing you see. He got the signs, his bucket, while he plays on his iPhone with his Buick Enclave parked on the side of the road. We'll work for food. I actually stopped one day in my pickup truck because I needed some help moving some landscaping material. And I told this guy, I says, "I'll feed you and I'll pay you." And I looked on. Minneapolis and Baltimore. Well, I know Minneapolis got one. Baltimore's TV. I know there's several more of those long-term lawsuits that are out there. That ain't good. Because when you stand down law enforcement, you got to remember the response time, the number of officers versus the total amount of citizens in the populated group, census figures, all of that plays into insurance. And if you don't have enough fire hydrants or enough firemen, the insurance rates go up. You don't have enough police officers, the insurance rates go up. Insurance rates go up, businesses go away. Well, I'll give you a great example of that is in Atlanta. Um, the former mayor of Atlanta went through all of its turmoil after the death of a young man at the hands of the police there, following a tasering incident at a Wendy's in downtown Atlanta. When Atlanta burned, and the mayor assigned her security detail 24/7 to her house. So her house was protected, but the citizens of Buckhead were being pillaged so much that the citizens of Buckhead had to go in and hire private security to patrol their streets because they couldn't get enough Atlanta police officers. So Buckhead is making moves to annex itself as a private city and disavow being a member of Atlanta. We may see communities. I've always thought Pike Road at some point in time, if we didn't have a good relationship with them, Pike Road's going to be its own city one day. They're going to get their own police force.
But they got the city, they just don't have a police force.
That's right. I think that's coming. And Stephen, always, Steve.
Appreciate it. I'll take a break. I guess this one is, I guess, Mickey McDermott, attorney at law, or just a good old fella. Were you born and raised here?
No, I'm from Columbus, Georgia. I was an Army vet. My dad was a third major of the first Ranger training. Next door neighbor was a senior black hat instructor at Airborne School. So when I went through the school, unfortunately, I moved my
We'll be back, brothers. I number 860-1440. Again, if you want to text me, I lost my phone, so you got my new number 274-3411. 274-3411.
Whatever happened to every day.
AC by LaGuardia, celebrating 40 years of comfort.
These days, yeah.
Proudly serviced the river region since 1983.
I think she's still around.
Yeah.
Visit acbylaguardia.com
She got
for a list of
acid
services
reflux
and
or something
offers
bad,
today.
so
That's
she's
acbylaguardia.com.
working on that.
License number 84417.
Another mild start to our day. We're seeing some patchy fog, lots of clouds to start off our Friday. As we move through the day today, temperatures cooler in the north, warmer in the south. Generally speaking, we'll be in the 70s and 80s. Your weekend's looking like this: warm, 70s and 80s for highs, lows in the
What
60s.
you doing this weekend?
Rain chances though look to increase things.
I'm gonna paint my privacy
slightly
fence.
cooler by midweek next week.
Why?
And that's your first alert forecast.
It's a privacy fence.
WSFA
Why paint it?
meteorologist Nick
Because I
Gudger
like it
on
looking.
News Radio 1440.
Montgomery's
You got a reputation
Skybox
to
Traffic, brought to you by
I like
Sons
doing all
Automotive,
this stuff.
family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Actually, no major problems or accidents. Nothing's being reported to send you on an alternate route. Checking out your traffic flow. No major slowdown.
Another major accident on Atlanta Highway, right there where Bell Road connects to Atlanta Highway. That is one of the worst spots. It's not properly lit, or it's not properly striped.
Buckle up,
And,
it's the law for Montgomery
man,
Skywatch
it's
traffic. This is
dangerously spot.
Talk tires with Montgomery's #1 tire store, Chico's Auto Pros. Chico's has you covered with Chico's Auto Pros price match guarantee and 0 down options.
We have just taken inventory and marked many items at cost or below.
It's your chance to save on many scratch, dented, and one-of-a-kind items. High diner chairs for $25.
Box springs, $10.
Console, $2.99.
Kitchen islands, $2.99.
Bar stools, $25.
Rugs from $39.
Benches from $25. End tables for $50.
We don't have time to list them all here, so go to our Facebook page or website.
Oh, it's hard, but it's fair.
Over 30 years. You don't know fake money? Don't send them for fake money. Hey folks, this is Jody.
And Cozy from the Rustic Outlet at American Oak and More.
Our new warehouse is getting closer to being ready. This means we have inventory that has to go.
We would rather discount it and sell it than
Have you
move
been
it.
by the water park to see how it's doing over
I haven't
there?
seen it. I don't even know where it is. I know what part of
Bell
town it's
Street.
on.
Bell Street.
Oh, but I said Maxwell yesterday. I didn't see it.
It's the old, where Salvation Army and old Cedar Park was.
Oh, that's where it's at. Is it I thought the Salvation Army's still over there.
No, it's closed, been closed since last summer. They got all the money to move and open up a new place, and they're gonna move somewhere on the west side. But right now Salvation is closed. They got all the money and they're not servicing the homeless. They're just wandering around town.
So if I go down Bell Street over there where that airplane is,
You just keep going straight.
I didn't know that. It must be well hidden because I went down it yesterday. I didn't.
It backs right up to the edge of Maxwell, and
I think this is still a good idea. I mean,
the
price tag may be a little tough, but
yeah, but Maxwell's building its own schools.
Can't blame them.
They're pulling out of it.
I can't blame them.
Public school system.
I cannot blame them.
And it backs up right to their school.
Okay. Ooh, they don't have schools by then.
Yeah, but they've got brick walls and armed guards.
What basically,
a recent stash of
I just think the school system, it's an absolute atrocity. My son's in Upward Bound, and he's in a couple of the programs, so he can't get in them unless he's in public school. And the Upward Bound program is a good program. Teaches them preparatory, preparing them for college, and gives them free tutoring and all kinds of things. They got any but the public schools, and it's not the kids. Kids do what you allow them to do. I just don't understand. Nobody knows what leadership is anymore. What is, I just, and every week there's a fight. Every week. I mean, I just, they have what we call it a loss of institutional control. They just don't have it.
I got to admit, to me, one of the biggest problems we have in this country.
And they let them bring them. They let them bring them in the classroom.
They're saying, this case been mass shooters.
Right.
Then stop.
Yeah, the phone is the last thing I'm worried about. Alrighty then, we are back. 860-1440 is the number here. You want to give us a call up, talk to Mickey McDermott, attorney at law. You want to give him a call, 860-1440. You can text me, 274-3411. That's my new text number because I lost my phone. Good morning, who's this? Oh, there we go.
Yes, sir. Rodney King. Actually, if you look, well, let me comment on that. First of all, the police officers in the Rodney King incident were arrested the next day. They were charged both with state and federal civil rights violations, and a number of them went to jail, as they should have. And police officers, police unions across this country were extremely critical of their behavior, just like the police unions around this country have disavowed the actions of the officers in Memphis, as they should. And you know, we can generalize and demonize the police, but the police officers in Memphis are not the same police officers that were in Los Angeles. These were young African American officers, and their actions have been condemned. They're all going to face criminal prosecution. Their lives are forever changed. They'll never be in law enforcement again should they be found not guilty. But I imagine our society no longer tolerates police indiscretions like that. Seldom, especially with the advent of cameras and recording devices, police officers are under greater scrutiny. Now, does that mean that there are not bad police officers? Absolutely not. As long as you hire men and women are going to make mistakes. You're going to have people who need to be in other lines of work. As I told one young officer not too long ago, after his personnel hearing, I said, young man, your best career move is the wonderful world of fast food, because you ain't never going to be a police officer again.
Well, hey, as long as you know what you're supposed to do.
Well, I'll give you a great. I will say this: if you were a union member of the National Coal Miners Union, and a coal miner did something wrong, I can bet you the coal miners union rep are going to say that that's our union brother, and we're going to stand behind him. And police officers are pretty much that same way. But I will say this: the police unions, especially in the last several years, have disavowed the actions of rogue police officers, arrogant, ignorant, and as the word of the day is here on Kelvin Shows, stupid police officers, because we get our load of them. Because, you know, especially in some of the smaller jurisdictions, we don't have as good a screening and training and equipping and supervising and leadership of officers as in many other organizations. And these days, after what all has been going on in this country in the last couple of decades, it's harder and harder to find police officers. Yes, sir. Doors always open.
Appreciate it. Take another call. Yes, Mickey McDermott, attorney at law. Good morning. Who's this? Morning.
You have got that right. We have demonized certain professions to the point to now, when we need them and we need men and women of character in positions of authority and leadership, we can't get them. We ain't getting them. You know, it's a shame I can't go to a Wendy's drive-thru and get somebody to say hello to me or even greet me. I get a hand stuck out the window, and they're carrying on a conversation on their cell phone.
Let's hope they just don't put nothing in the bag that don't belong there.
So, you know, it's an iffy situation. And when we run into those manpower problems in our military, our country's in trouble. When we run into those problems, go ahead, sir. I'm sorry. When you say cars, you mean what kind of car? You mean cars? What do you mean?
Talking about student cars?
Oh, okay. Okay.
You got to pay to park at the school?
Really?
You better take the bus.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, you wrong buying your kid a car if you're in the 12th grade. I mean, you know, grown man, so a woman.
Now, you know, you got to look at that. That may be the only way they can get kids back and forth to school. Parents have jobs. Both parents are working now. Um, especially. Oh yeah, yeah. Why aim high? Isn't that what the Air Force used to say? Aim high.
Aim high. Good morning. Who's this? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Are you talking about the electronic skateboard? Okay. Are you talking about the thing with the handles on it, the Segway? Okay. All right. Yeah, I have seen those downtown lately. Apparently, there's some kind of move to put these electronic or electric scooter segways so you can travel downtown. Uh, there's still city ordinance that says you can't ride skateboards on the sidewalks in downtown Montgomery. Well, I think you're right about that. And that's our civic duty to do those things. I have to agree with you. Well, and you should. And you have that right. That's good.
Hey, my time is up this hour. Appreciate the call, Ms. Lewis. Mickey, thanks for coming up, and
I'll see you next time, brother.
All right. We'll be back with with something. So we'll come back. It's Friday, kind of like mailing it in today. Uh, and again, our condolences to Miss Harvey Hall, who lost Christmas. All right, man. Good. Where's the kid? This water's made here, isn't it? Yeah.
News Radio 1430 is very well known and 95.3 This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Staples. Next 1 year since Russia invaded its country, it's smoking food. Legal disputes food threats, killing bombs, missiles, technology drones, closed. We are stronger than all of this. Both Ukraine and Russia have made deals over the past year. Estimates say more than 200,000 people have been killed or wounded. There is no sign of this war ending. Both sides are dug in, while the Ukrainian soldiers are full of determination and hope. They insist what they really need is more weapons and ammunition. CBS is independent, but Washington. The White House has announced additional sanctions against 200 Russian entities and people, additional restrictions on exports to Russia, and higher tariffs on Russian imports. Southern Californians are dealing with an extremely rare blizzard warning, the first in decades. Corresponding Carter Adams is north of LA and near back. Heavy snow, fierce winds from a historic winter storm are creating flooding conditions along northern California's major roads. The National Weather Service says the storm could bring 75 miles per hour winds and up to 7 feet of snow, with dangerous blizzard conditions in several communities surrounding Los Angeles. And then because Murdoch took this and carefully been on murdering his wife and son. Would never hurt me. Would never hurt her. In the early circumstances, he was expected to face 2 cross-examination. Murdoch admitted he lied about being at the crime scene right before the killings. A new sign: inflation is still an issue. Consumer prices rose sharply, 0.6% from December to January. The last check, it increased 0.2%. Consumer spending was up 1.8% month to month after dipping in December, more likely to add more fuel to a possible Fed decision to raise interest rates again at next month's meeting. No need to say goodbye to Roald Dahl's original.
Augusto, sweetheart, save some room for later.
Days after Penguin Random House announced it would get rid of potentially offensive passages in the author's books, referring to things like an enormously fat child and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the publisher says it'll offer both versions. Critics, including Salman Rushdie, passed over the original decision. Dow futures are down 366. This is CBS News.
Staples stores are a new world of possible with innovative tools for small business and remote workers and learners. Explore more at your local Staples store or staplesconnect.com. Attention business owners. Stop throwing your hard-earned money away on rent. Imagine owning your own building and saving thousands every year. Sound impossible? Not if you use General Steel. General Steel can help you save thousands by owning your own custom design building. Just call 888-98-STEEL or visit generalsteel.com to see how much money you can save with General Steel. Our buildings come with a 50-year warranty, and thousands of companies, from Fortune 500 corporations to startups, have trusted the General with their building needs. If you need to expand or start a new business, you really need General Steel. I'm very impressed with General Steel. Everyone's really welcome. Stop wasting money on rent. Call 888-98-STEEL or visit mygeneralsteel.com to find out what General Steel can do for your home or business. That's 888-98-STEEL. Our team will answer your questions and offer you a customized quote. Just call 888-987-8335 now or mygeneralsteel.com.
A controversial bill dealing with trans children has been passed in Tennessee. The new bill bans transgender kids and teens from receiving gender-affirming care, including surgery, puberty blockers, or hormones. Tennessee's House Majority Leader William Lambert.
You have a child that is not comfortable with their adolescent body that develops. That child gets the love, support, and yes, many times mental health treatment that they need to transition through adolescence to become adults. And then they can decide whatever they want to do.
Republican Governor Bill Lee is expected to sign it. Civil rights groups outlawed to fight it. Monica Ricks, CBS News. The offerings on the way for J.R.R. Tolkien fans. Warner Brothers has requested a deal to make multiple movies based on Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit books. In a statement, the company who says the vast, complex, and dazzling universe dreamed up by Tolkien remains largely unexplored on film. Jeffrey Rodriguez, CBS News.
This is a key date for $4 collectors, and only a limited quantity are available. Coin experts are calling this an amazing opportunity for anyone interested in silver coins. Just call government at 1-800-386-7195, and you are guaranteed a mint condition 1904 old Morgan silver dollar featuring the iconic limited quantity. You must use 1904 old silver coin. They're still uncirculated condition that is for 17 years of history. You can feel in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-386-7195. Call now and you receive free American Coin Collector's Photo. This is your door.
Yeah, what we're going to talk about today? Let me say.
Medication that replaces pancreatic we don't treat PPI defective fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatitis, or other conditions.
This afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio.
And we are back. Good morning, everybody. Hope today finds you well. Now, the house clean. I don't know if my phone was on base yesterday. I may have left it at the PX. I went up there and I was looking at some. I'm looking at some guns back there. As a matter of fact, now I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, I love them, but I like them, but I'm not crazy about that. But they had some nice ones back there yesterday. And I left my phone somewhere. But nobody can call me on it because I don't know where I left it. So my new number is 274-3411. I don't know where my other one is. I always have a second phone there. It's my second phone. You know, if you want to reprint it. 274-3411. 274-3411. All right? Text me there, whatever you got to do there. And hopefully I'll have to get another phone at some point in time. But I don't need all these phones anyway. I spend more money making Sprint than I do make my own stuff with. Actually, though, this ain't Sprint. This comes from Cosby. So that's good. Kind of getting advertised for it. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing out there this morning anyway? Again, if you want to text me or anything like that, 274-3411, you got to put the area code in there, 334-274-3411. Also, again, want to give our condolences out to Phyllis Harvey Hall, who lost her sister yesterday. Of course, way too soon. So if you reach out, if you see her today, give her a hug. She probably needs one. Sometimes we all need a hug, especially in that kind of situation. Everybody, just give her. Let them know you're too late. And sometimes, people they don't need advice. They just need to know that you care. Sometimes we care about that. Now, I don't agree with philosophical politics sometimes. I feel like 860, not that way. I'm just not like it. As a human being. 860-1440 is the number you want to get called up, talk to you. Good morning, who's this? Yeah. Hi. Mm-hmm.
No weekend listen to y'all. I can't get into all that. Y'all got going on. That's too heavy for me. Look, I'm going to ask you a question. I want to have a conversation with you now. Do you know when the black laws were in? I have a reason to say that. Do you know when the black laws was here in Montgomery?
We have plenty of them, but if you ask me, do we have black lawyers that specifically practice in the criminal justice? But most of the ones I see practice in litigation on suing people. I don't. Yeah, car going after truckers, going after people, car accidents, stuff like that. Ambulance takers for the most part. Doesn't seem that we have too many. And again, I'm not a lawyer, so I couldn't. I'm only giving my observation. Mm-hmm. I thought she was out. Ukraine. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What lady? Oh, Meadows. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's true. I mean, well, you would think that as a constituent, if they had that power, I guess from where I sit, hell, they got a hard time getting to see her. Well, wait a minute. What good is all that talking to them if they still don't do that? Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Well, first of all, but I got to tell you, our elected representatives, all of those, they should have a avenue by which to go talk. At least the group should have an avenue to talk to the governor. And I really don't think the governor really crap about what they say anyway. Mm. Well, again, that's the disadvantage of being a minority party. But yes, but it does matter. It does matter. They don't have any power. They got no power. I hear you, but they don't have no power. They don't have no power. They have no power. No, she don't. No, she don't. They won. They got their majority. They, yeah, but okay. All right. I don't. They call. Mm, okay. Good. Mhm. Okay. All right. I have got to take a break. We'll be back. We'll be back. It's 8:19 in the morning.
television since 1983. Contact them through Heating, Cooking, and Plumbing needs. Visit acbyrefire.com for a list of services and offers today at acbyrefire.com. We'll continue with your very interesting.
Nothing's been reported. We haven't seen anyone on an activity. We'll keep you posted with the factor, traffic conditions on the road. Supervision, transport, reliable work system, examine transport on the ground community. Examine, ready at a moment's notice. Fix the law, Montgomery Skyrock's traffic systems, make your vote.
Your morning espresso starts right here. It's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
The Daily Mail today had an article about this jury foreperson, Emily Coors. Who knows, maybe she cast an indictment spell over the entire Georgia grand jury. I have no idea, because what they're reporting is the introduction on her page, instructions on how to cast a magic spell as it appears in the Pinterest page. Quote, casting a circle, a way for witches to protect themselves during their magic work. 1, cleanse your space of all negative energy. 2, visualize pure energy and breath. I mean, do we do any vetting, or is this basically any warm body will do for a grand jury?
The Sean Hannity Show from coast to coast later today.
This year you can finally get started on that home makeover that you deserve. Now you can premium custom window treatment. You can get help with selection or talk with ones.com right now and save up to 40% off. 40% off restrictions now. Find the needle but not with funds and invites qualified people to a primary job. So while all companies don't deliver a lot of help, the ZipRecruiter finds you the needle. We report on the private employers who post the job on ZipRecruiter to find a candidate within the post name. Use ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Democrats have a chance to legislate, would I say, if you please interest in going our pledge to the number 98988. There's nothing to buy, no obligation at all. So use your agency, take action now. Text the word EDGE to the number 989898.
Did you know that colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in America and that it affects men and women equally? If you are 45 or older, Rumshaker encourages you to talk to your doctor about screening options that are available. Colon cancer is preventable, treatable, and beatable, but early detection is the key. For more information, please visit us at www.rumshakerinc.org. That's rumshakerinc.org. I'm Martin Hope, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, but Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, Navage is the best thing I've bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing. For this one, I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better, unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage. The all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Paid.gov.com. Have you heard? A recent stash of 1904 Morgan silver dollar coins has been found. These gorgeous 1904 old silver dollar coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck. This is a key date for silver dollar collectors, and only a limited quantity are available. Coin experts are calling this an amazing opportunity for anyone interested in silver coins. Just call government at 1-800-386-7195, and you are guaranteed a mint condition 1904 old Morgan silver dollar, featuring the iconic old mint mark of the New Orleans Mint, the final year of production. But with limited quantity, you must call now. These 1904 old silver coins are still in uncirculated condition. That is 117 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-386-7195. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $25 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-386-7195 now to secure your 1904 old Morgan silver dollars before they sell out. That's 1-800-386-7195.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack!
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
And we are back. Good morning, everybody. Hope that they find you well and find you in good health. But it did find you on top of the ground. So that's good. And good morning to you. 860-1440 is the number here. You want to text? I lost my phone someplace. So 274-3411 is my new text number and all that stuff. But I don't know where my other phone is. Okay, sorry about that. Thanks for holding. Good morning. Good morning. That's you. We're moving the chair, whatever you're doing. Yes. It ain't $1 no more. Yeah, it is. Even a dollar. Listen, even the dollar store is $1.25 store now. Yeah. So, yeah. Well. Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. Dollar General is not just $1. Even the dollar store is not $1 store anymore. Anyway, good morning to all of you. I lost my phone, 274-3411. That's my new number, 274-3411. You want to text me, whatever it is. Just give me a call right there. I'm going to get the other number back sooner or later, probably today sometime, but I'm going to use this number from now on the show. 274-3411. I'll get that one back. I lost my phone sometime. I think I got insurance on that phone. Anyway, 860-1440. Okay, now just a little bit of levity this morning, but I have to go. I want to be, so depressing all morning long. But anytime a member of the family, is touched, and our cultural families, we are a family. I mean, we got like crazy cousins in it, and crazy uncles, bad daddy and bad mama, but we still family. But anytime a member of the family has heartache, it affects us all. And I just again, we should not condolences out to Phil Harvey Hall, who lost it. And we just my prayers up to her that she may recover and be under the watchful eye of God Almighty Himself. It's a terrible, it's a tough time. Here, here's a hug. Okay. 860-1414 number here. Okay, here's a little levity this week. You know how you can, okay. In every relationship comes a standard milestone. Your first date, your first kiss, your first sleepover. Your first, yes. There's another standard. Now, I gotta know how to put this in a very delicate way. Okay. You know you're close if in fact, you love that person, if in fact you can like cut a little gas and nobody complains. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a new standard now. So if you really want to know if she loves you or not, just pass a little gas right there and see what happens. Listen, I didn't come up with this. This is the relationship people say that now, and it's like the first kiss. The first time you pass a little gas right there and just blow it off and just kind of like enjoy it. I guess I don't know. Anyway, well, they say that they say that's another way of telling whether or not somebody loves you or not. If you can let one loose and then they don't complain. Okay, I don't really go along with that, but okay, okay. I didn't come up with this, somebody else did. All right. So let me see who's here. Let me see. Good morning, who's this? Yeah. Okay, just give me the point, Ed. Ed, please, just give me the point. Give me the point. What's the point? What point are you trying to make here? Ed, just give me the point, my brother. What's the point? Okay, but I mention that all the time. So why you even listen to it? I realize you don't agree with it. That's fine. That's cool. Okay. 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 All right. Okay. May you have a great weekend, and we'll talk again Monday. Here's something that happened. Whew, it's like a mental wrestling match here. Okay. Here's something that happened the other day. In Gulfport, Mississippi, Dateline, Gulfport, Mississippi. A guy working at Burger King shoots a customer in the drive-thru. What does that tell him? That tells him we ought not go through the drive-thru at Burger King for a minute. At least not down in Gulfport, Mississippi. Anyway, okay. They say they arrested a Burger King employee as he shot a customer in the drive. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, when you go to fast food restaurants, listen, don't complain unless you're on the inside. That way you can tell if a brother got something in his hand or not. I'm just saying, you might want to complain. Police arrested 33-year-old Eddie Lewis Smith yesterday and charged him with 1 count of aggravated assault and 1 count of possession of a weapon after a felony conviction. Now he's going back to jail. I don't know, though. Jail might be better than working at Burger King. I don't know. Police said around 8 p.m., officers were assisting a stranded driver when they were flagged down and told of a fight happening around the corner at Burger King. And as they approached, officers said they heard 2 gunshots and saw Smith on top of the victim. Not only is he going to shoot him, he's going to beat the hell out of him, too. Okay, I mean, listen, what in the world did that guy do? I don't have enough. Also, you heard about the hoopla against, Buttigieg is beginning to make my hometown glad that they got rid of him. South Bend. He was the mayor of South Bend, the home of the greatest university that I never went to, and that is the University of Notre Dame. I know one alumnus from there, from here in Montgomery, and that's Father Emmanuel Williams, who went to Notre Dame same time I was living there, back in the 70s. So he knows what I'm talking about. I used to come down Notre Dame Avenue all the time, I used to go out there, but I used to go out there. They almost turned me into a Marxist. I used to read Charles Ingalls and Karl Marx. I mean, I was ready for Marxism. Then something happened, I don't know. But anyway, so Pete Buttigieg, for a long time, he said he didn't get a chance to go to the Palestine place in Ohio because of this plume of whatever it is that got out of this train. So it did seem like to me they kind of took their time trying to get over there and help them folks out. But that's Democrats for you. They'll talk a good game. Oh yeah. Like here's the way I look at Democrats. Okay, then I gotta go to my left. Don't be, we got one last Black History Month thing going on this week. But you can always tell a Democrat because Democrats are the people who will send somebody else back for you. Now they won't take you, but they'll send somebody else to come get you because we don't want you dirtying up the limo and all that. So we don't want you dirtying up the limo. Like I can see Hillary coming down the street now, raining, big time raining outside. Pull over, roll the window up. Look here, I know it's raining outside, but I'm going to send somebody back for you. Okay, I'm going to send somebody back for you. And then she rolls the window back up. Okay, and Biden will do the same thing too. Roll the window back up and keep on moving. So, and that's what Democrats are good for. They're good at promising things. That follows, but they don't really do much for you. Okay. Anyway, I did take off a couple of people in the last couple of days with that analogy. 860-1440 is your number here. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. You're pretty good. Well, I was out there yesterday, man. Lost my phone somewhere. Yeah, lost my phone someplace, man. Oh, pretty good. Mm-hmm. Well, Ed probably knows more than I do about Paul, so yeah. I mean, yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He's the head cheese in the Department of Transportation. Come on, man. He's got to sacrifice himself. You know. Okay. And well, you know, age is an interesting thing. As long as, but as long as you can articulate, you can think. Yeah, but what if? Okay, so let me ask you a question. If I'm in a wheelchair and I want to run for president of the United States, only thing wrong with me, I'm in a wheelchair. So right, should I stop? Should I not be able to run for president because I'm in a wheelchair? My brain wasn't good. Yeah, yeah, I got you. Uh, if I'm an administrator, okay, wait a minute. I'm an administrator of an office. I don't get paid to put the boxes. I get paid to administer. To administer and use the brain that I have in order to get the job done. So well, just a little bit more than that. But again, I'll ask you the question: which one would you rather have, wisdom or strength? If you can't have both, which one would you rather have? And but if you have the ability to move or act, but still don't know how to move or act, then that's a waste of time too. Oh, don't? Okay. Yeah. 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 Hmm. Okay, I got that part. Yeah, I got that part. But hey, I got to take a break. We got to finish this next week because I got to take a break. One more call. Take my later. Come on, who's this? Let's take a break. We'll be back with hopefully some Black History moments.
You heard the Reese's 1904 Morgan Silver as the daily restored. This is a true silver dollar package. Only a limited time available. Minutes of it's an amazing opportunity for anyone interested in silver coins. Just call them at 386-7295, and you are guaranteed a mint condition 1904 Old Morgan Silver Dollar. Featuring the iconic old mint mark of the New Orleans Mint, the final year of production. But with limited quantity, you must call now. These 1904 old silver coins are still in uncirculated condition. That is 117 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-386-7195. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $25 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-386-7195 now to secure your 1904 old Morgan Silver Dollars before they sell out. That's 1-800-386-7195.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas. Does it actually add up to anything? I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BEST for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BEST for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BEST for 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up.
The new year's in motion, but are you? Is pain keeping you from living the life you love? The Good Feet Store's arch supports are designed to improve performance and alleviate, even eliminate, your foot, knee, hip, or back pain. And backed by popular demand, the Good Feet Store is giving away a free pair of premium shoes with your qualified purchase. That's a $140 value. Stop into your local Good Feet store today. Try before you buy. You've got nothing to lose. Find your local store at goodfeet.com.
Like any good agent, we're here for the open house, for the closing, for handing over keys. But because we're realtors, we're here for so much more. Agents who are realtors volunteer at nearly 3 times the national average. We're working to broaden access to credit, increase affordable housing supply, and ensure fair housing for all. Realtors are bound by a code of ethics. We're here for it all. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Using your phone should never have to be a luxury. Walmart Family Mobile now offers free or discounted plans through the Affordable Connectivity Program. ACP is a government program that helps eligible Americans have access to wireless service. You could get unlimited talk, text, and 8 gigabytes of high-speed data for free when you qualify. Apply now at myfamilymobile.com/ACP. Walmart Family Mobile is supported by the Affordable Connectivity Program and Lifeline government assistance programs. Please visit myfamilymobile.com/ACP for more information.
I stopped smoking with Mark Patrick's hypnosis when nothing else worked. 1 year later, my wife Michelle and I attended the Mark Patrick Weight Loss Hypnosis Seminar. In 2 months, lost 43 pounds, and she lost 18 pounds. And we feel great.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking for only $49.99 guaranteed. Seminar Sunday, February 26th at the Hilton Garden Inn, Montgomery East in Montgomery. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Sign up at markpatrickseminars.com.
The older your furnace is, the likelier it is for carbon monoxide to leak into your home. It is of the utmost importance to have your furnace checked annually. It is over 10 years old. Bill Bradley Services technicians are equipped with top-of-the-line CO detectors that will guarantee no carbon monoxide is seeping into your home. They will also check each aspect of your furnace to ensure it's operating at max efficiency, which will save you money down the road. Only $74.95 for guaranteed peace of mind.
Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home?
8449.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
You know, I think I'm going to change my camera position in here Monday. Yeah, I'm tired of looking at the back of my head, so I think we're just going to put the spotlight on me. Yeah, I think that's good. Hey, somebody sent me a thing here. This is so true. It said, a wise man once said, be careful who you let on your ship, because some people will sink the whole ship just because they can't be the captain. That's true. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's true. It really is. Anyway, moments of Black history. Some things are invented by Black folks, and next week I'll get in a different category, but you probably didn't know. Now, ladies, you can do more than be a video. I want to use the word. You can do many things as a female, as a woman, to become rich. And here's Madam C.J. Walker did just that. Who lived from 1867 to 1919. That's right. Born Sarah Breedlove, Madam C.J. Walker became the first Black woman millionaire by inventing a line of cosmetics and hair products aimed at Black consumers in the first decades of the 20th century. Walker pioneered the use of female sales agents who traveled door to door across the U.S. and Caribbean selling her products. So there's always something to do. You just got to be able to get out there and do it. Okay? Anyway, Walker also was early champion of employee development and offered business training and other educational opportunities to her workers as a means of helping other Black women achieve financial independence. Who hasn't heard of this man who lived from 1861 to 1943? His name synonymous with success and patent and invention. George Washington Carver. George Washington Carver donated at one time $33,000 in cash to the Tuskegee Institute to establish a fund to carry out the agricultural and chemical work he began. Well, he was one of the most leading agronomists of his time, pioneering numerous uses for peanuts, soybeans, and sweet potatoes, enslaved from birth in Missouri. So it didn't just happen in the South. In the midst of the Civil War, Carver was fascinated by plants at an early age. As the first Black undergraduate student of Iowa State, he studied soybean fungi. Okay, developed new means of crop rotation after earning his master's degree. Carver accepted a job at Alabama's Tuskegee Institute, a leading historically Black university. It was Tuskegee that Carver made his greatest contribution to science, developing more than 300 uses for the peanut, alone including soap, skin lotion, and paint, believe it or not. George Edward Alcorn Jr., born May 22, 1940. George Alcorn Jr. is a physicist whose work in the aerospace industry helped revolutionize astrophysics and semiconductor manufacturing. He is credited with 20 inventions, 8 of which he received patents for. Perhaps his best-known innovation is for an X-ray spectrometer used to analyze distant galaxies and other deep space phenomena, which he patented in 1984. Benjamin Banneker, who lived from 1731 to 1806. Benjamin Banneker was a self-educated astronomer, mathematician, and farmer. He was amongst a few hundred free Black Americans living in Maryland, where enslavement was legal at the time. Among his many accomplishments, Benjamin Banneker is perhaps best known for a series of almanacs he published between 1792 and 1797 that contain detailed astronomical calculations of his, as well as writings on the topics of the day. Banneker also played a small role in helping survey Washington, D.C. in 1791. Charles Drew, who lived from 1904 to 1950. Charles Drew was a doctor and a medical researcher whose pioneering research into blood helped save thousands of lives during World War II. As a postgraduate researcher at Columbia University in the late 1930s, Drew invented a means of separating plasma from whole blood, allowing it to be stored up to a week or longer than had been possible before then. Drew also discovered that plasma could be transfused between persons regardless of blood type, and helped the British government establish its first national blood bank. Charles Drew. Thomas Jennings, who lived from 1791 to 1856. Thomas Jennings holds the distinction of being the first Black American to be granted a patent. A tailor by trade in New York City, Jennings applied for and received a patent in 1821 for cleaning techniques he pioneered called dry scouring. It was the precursor to today's dry cleaning. And last but not least, Elijah McCoy. You know, have you ever heard that saying, the real McCoy? Well, Elijah McCoy was born in Canada to parents who had been enslaved in the U.S. They found to be settled in Michigan a few years after Elijah was born, but the boy showed a keen interest in mechanical objects growing up. After training as an engineer in Scotland for a teen, he returned to the U.S. unable to find a job in engineering because of racial discrimination. McCoy found work as a railroad foreman. It was while working at the road, in that road, he developed a new means of keeping locomotive engines lubricated while running, allowing them to operate longer between maintenance. McCoy continued to refine and inventions during his lifetime, receiving a number of patents around 60. Well, that's just some of the things. We got to finish the rest of this next week. Tell you about Garrett Morgan, an inventor, a businessman from Cleveland, Ohio. And as a matter of fact, he was one of the first people to have the smoke detector. Anyway, we'll get to the rest of this at another time. Okay? Anyway, again, you want to text me, 274-3411. That's my new number, 274-3411. I got to find that other one. I got to go back on base. I know. Curmudgeons don't think I can get on base. That's what my phone is. So nobody took it with me. Anyway, have a great weekend. Go to church on Sunday. Be nice to people, and don't forget to be kind. And it's the one attribute that holds the secret to all of the others. Be kind. Good morning to you. Have a great day.